where we bring you detailed insights into the most compelling machines on four wheels, past, present, and future. Today, we're exploring one of the most ambitious automotive revivals in recent history, the 2026 Ford Model T. Let's take a deep dive into how Ford has taken one of the most important cars in history and turned it into a beacon for the future of mobility. The original Model T's legacy. To appreciate the 2026 Model T, we need to rewind the clock. The first Model T, introduced in 1908, wasn't just a car, it was a revolution. Simple, affordable, and easy to maintain, it made personal mobility accessible to millions and gave rise to assembly line manufacturing. It brought people closer together and helped shape the modern economy. Now, Ford is tapping into that rich heritage, not to recreate the past, but to reinterpret it. Design and styling. The 2026 Model T is a bold visual statement. It pays tribute to its predecessor with upright proportions, round fender designs, and a minimalist silhouette, but it does so with a futuristic twist. Up front, circular LED headlights mimic the lantern-style look of the original, while the grille-less nose reminds us that this is a modern EV under the skin. Multiple paint options include throwback colors such as Highland Green, Oxford White, and a matte-finish Detroit Gray. An optional heritage full vintage aesthetic in a thoroughly modern package. Interior and luxury. Step inside the 2026 Model T and you're met with a cabin that balances simplicity with smart technology. Ford has gone for a minimalist design language that draws from the original car's utilitarian roots. A central digital display spans the dashboard, but it's wrapped in soft touch materials with a dash of old-world charm. The steering wheel features a two-spoke design that echoes the shape of the original, though now embedded with capacitive touch controls. Toggle switches replace traditional buttons, offering tactile satisfaction and a vintage feel. A head-up display projects vital information directly onto the windshield, for navigation, climate control, and more. Electric powertrain. The original Model T was all about practicality and ease of use, and that philosophy carries through in its modern-day electric powertrain. The 2026 Model T is built on Ford's latest EV architecture and comes in two configurations, a single-motor, rear-wheel drive version producing 200 horsepower and a dual-motor all-wheel drive variant offering 300 horsepower and instant torque. Range estimates are competitive, with the RWD version achieving up to 310 miles and the AWD model up to 280 miles on a full charge. Thanks to fast charging capability, 80% battery can be replenished in just 25 minutes, making the Model T as convenient as it is clever. Driving experience. Driving the 2026 Model T isn't just a commute, it's a time-traveling experience. While other EVs strive to be quiet and clinical, the Model T aims to feel alive. It features adaptive dampers and a suspension setup tuned for comfort and balance. The ride is smooth and composed, whether you're cruising through downtown or taking the scenic route. One standout feature is Vintage Mode, which introduces synthesized engine sounds and a softer throttle mapping to replicate the feel of driving a classic car. Combine that with the upright seating position and panoramic views, and you've got a vehicle that feels special every time you take the wheel. Technology. The 2026 Model T isn't overloaded with tech, but what it has, it uses wisely. The digital cockpit is clean and intuitive, offering wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and integrated 5G connectivity. Over-the-air updates keep the car's software up to date, while a dedicated smartphone app lets you monitor range, precondition the cabin, and even schedule maintenance. Ford's Blue Cruise 2.0 system is available, providing hands-free driving capability on pre-mapped highways. Safety features include all the essentials: adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and a 360-degree camera system. Trims and options. Ford offers the new Model T in three primary trims. Standard, a practical, well-equipped version with RWD, 19-inch wheels, and all essential tech features. Heritage, a trim designed for nostalgia lovers, featuring brass accents, wood-style interior panels, and unique badging. Urban Edition, designed for city dwellers, this trim includes all-wheel drive, active park assist, and a compact footprint with optimized turning for tight streets. Customers can choose from multiple wheel options, interior packages, and even a delivery edition with expanded cargo space and modular rear seating, perfect for small businesses or modern entrepreneurs. The use of non-animal materials, low-emission paints, and modular parts that can be reused or replaced with ease reflects the same utilitarian mindset that powered the first Model T revolution. This new version doesn't just honor its past, it builds a more responsible future. Sustainability. Sustainability isn't just a buzzword for the 2026 Model T, it's embedded into its DNA. The car is assembled in Ford's zero-emissions manufacturing plant, using solar and wind energy exclusively. Components are made from recycled plastics, and Ford has committed to a circular battery recycling program to reduce electronic waste. The use of non-animal materials, low-emission paints, and modular parts that can be reused or replaced with ease reflects the same utilitarian mindset that powered the first Model T revolution. This new version doesn't just honor its past, it builds a more responsible future. Conclusion. The 2026 Ford Model T is far more than just a nostalgic reboot. It's a symbol of reinvention, capturing the essence of the original while projecting it into a world defined by electrification, sustainability, and individuality. It's a bold statement from Ford that says the past isn't something to be forgotten, it's something to be reinterpreted for today. In an industry filled with cookie-cutter crossovers and overly complex tech, the new Model T stands out as a vehicle with a soul. It's approachable, enjoyable, and meaningful, just like the original that changed the world. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time and innovation. For more insightful automotive content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Car Sphere, where the road to the future always begins with a story.